o'clock. Boom. Just like that. It's the Katie's Arms. On a Friday at the right time. Who knew such a thing was possible? Welcome. Hello, everybody joining. Bless you all. So 8 o'clock on a Friday, we finally managed to get it to happen at the time it's supposed to happen, with me being endlessly on the road. Welcome to the Katie's Arms. For those who are new here, it's an online pub. We've been going, the pub's been open for about 3 years, maybe 4, is it now? I don't know. Hello, my loves. People are saying that there's no sound. I don't know. Can you hear me now? Is there sound now? It probably takes a while to come through. Hello, my loves. Someone's saying I would. Would you please? I never offered. Well, I have offered a lot of people in the past, but that's another thing. Anyway, this is, you're not wearing any pants. Okay, good to know. I loved seeing you in Swindon. Thank you. We'll talk about Swindon in a minute as well. So I meant to put my little poppy pin on as well to go with my red top. So forgive me for not having my poppy on. The clip that I wanted to have on is just upstairs in my bedroom, and I forgot it because I got waylaid by my children. More on that in a moment. So this is the Katie's Arms. It's your pub. It's a place like the old pubs in a time before, where we used to get together and you could just kind of pull up a seat and it didn't really matter who was who, and people used to smoke in corners or do bad things in alleyways or drink too much, and someone would look after them, and people could gob their mouths off about things they probably shouldn't, and they could say what they wanted, and mostly everybody just wanted everyone to be all right. So if you'd had a shit week, you could just go to the pub and feel a bit better. That's what the Katie's Arms is supposed to be all about. I've had a red tonight and now I'm on the vodka. Hooray. So I drink this and I get criticised massively for it because everybody says it's shit. So you may be able to tell that I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by anyone, obviously, as we all know. So everyone says it's shit, but it turns out I'm really cheap. So I'm a cheap date. I eat everything. And I really like this. So I say balls to people that say it's cheap. And for people that sort of like go, oh, but why don't you drink a proper wine? I get it, because like lovely Mark says that. But I'm really cheap to keep and I couldn't give a single shiny shit. Good old Barefoot Special. Come on. Cheapest. Oh, I think my S is starting to peel off. Hold on, give it a push. So the other thing we should make clear as regulars, welcome to all our regulars, welcome to the locals, the crusty old ones with their own seats, with your names on it. That's what we need now, isn't it? We need seat names at the bar. It's places where people's dog died under the bar or someone's ferret passed away. If you're new here, people will say, there you are. Give a shout out to my mate who's going on a first date tonight. Ooh. Is it, tell me, is your mate male or female? Are they going out with a man or a woman? Is it a woman going out with a guy? It sounds like that, the way you wrote that makes me feel like it's a guy mate going out on a first date with a woman. If so, we want the detail on here, right? I'm still not wearing pants. Okay, good to know. Evening, everybody. This is what I love. Dish some goss then. I will. I'm just saying hello. Wait a moment. And also here in the comments, say that you don't listen to me or don't want to listen to me or think I'm a twat. If you look, there's lots of people like you. Like they probably don't look. Canada's here. America is here. Loads of people are here. Oh, here we go. God, have you been drinking too much? Right. So that was the next thing I should say. The locals and the regulars here know. But I'll say this, and I'll probably keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, won't I? This is my first drink today here. So when people join the Katie's Arms, they've not been before, the immediate thing we get is, I've had some surgery and have come here to be cheered up. Well done you for getting through it. You're on the up and up. And a new knee or a knee surgery means that in no time you'll be springing around like a little chicken. So people think I'm drunk. And we do this every week. But it's not that I'm drunk. It's that you're not used to seeing women who are completely in control of their own shit. So not in control of my life, not in control of anything. It's mayhem up there, I tell you. And it's mayhem in my life. Last night I had to change my pyjamas because there was a weird pissy smell and no one knew where it came from. So I went and had a shower and changed my pyjamas. I'm not in control of the things that go on. I am in control of me because I own me. And I have no paymasters. No one gives me money for anything. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I have no boss. That's why you think I'm drunk. Because you're so used to being fed a diet of controlled women or men or people who want you to like them. You don't know a woman anymore that doesn't give a single shit. So what you're mistaking as drunk is a woman who's completely sober but doesn't ask for anything from anyone. And if you don't want to be here, not you, because I'm all about you saying whatever you like. If you don't want to be here, you can fuck off. So that's the attitude. Sorry, Mum. Mum, stop listening. I told you before, don't listen. I swear. You don't need to hear it. Go and watch Monty Don. So that's the attitude I have. And that's why people think I'm drunk. Because I'm not trying to get subscribers. I'm not trying to get viewers. I'm not trying to get listeners. I genuinely want everyone to have a laugh and feel better. So let's gossip. What should we gossip about? So can I just tell you a secret here? Because I don't talk about my family ever, as you know, apart from last week where I slightly went down a rabbit hole. So upstairs, both my teenage daughters are getting ready. They're going out together. So I've just been helping them get ready. And that is the weirdest thing because I'm really torn, because I'm like, go on, go and have fun. Go crazy, go and have fun. I want them to do all the things I did. But then equally, there's part of me that's like, oh my God, how are they getting home? When are they getting home? Who are they getting home with? What if they end up in an alley with someone they shouldn't? What if someone upsets them? What if someone says something unkind to one of them? And so there's all of this like, oh, how do I lioness this? Like, no one shall upset my daughters, which I know is completely unreasonable, and being upset is part of life. So I have to just park all that and just be the person going, right, what do you need? So I'm up there finding a razor, you know, helping dry some hair, finding earrings, finding shoes, throwing stuff everywhere to try and get them ready how they want to be for them to go out looking how they want to look. So it's really odd because how did that happen? How did I end up with two grown daughters that are now that's lovely Mark leaving outside the window, driving them to get a train into town. And then they're all looking all, you know, there's all of this. And that's my daughters. And not to give away personal, you know, private details of my family, but one of them, my daughters, has got really big. I don't know where they came from. I don't even understand them. But, I mean, they're out. So that's that. Bromwich is here. So, gossip as Adam Sosnick. So that's the guy. I don't know if any of you have seen. Do let me know on here. It is a really weird feeling. They are 19 and 18, but they get along, which I'm so grateful for. And my teenage son gets along as well. So they are a really solid little... I know that, and I know many of you will know this about your kids, but they will always stick up for each other. And I guess because of lots of things that have happened in our family, they've always known, and it's always been drilled into them, you know, you look for each other, and they're epic at that. So that's a really great thing. Anyway, let's move on. So Adam Sosnick is the guy that I castrated. If you saw the clip, it's gone a bit crazy, like I think 12 million views in like the last 40 hours or whatever. But it's basically me. There's a guy, I went on this kind of podcast, is it? And a guy called Patrick Bet David. It doesn't matter. I don't know who that is either. And I was just helping him out because I've known him for a little while. And I was on his podcast in America. And one of the guys he has with him, a guy called Adam, he was being like from the off, completely unnecessary. I guess he'd got himself worked up. I guess he'd read stuff about me online. So he thought I was this monster that I'm supposed to be. Like if you read, I don't know what my Wikipedia says, but I'm sure it's horrific. He'd got this idea of me. And so instead of just sitting there and listening and like, he just came at me from nowhere with all of this sort of low level, unkindness that wasn't, which is fine, because if you're on there, you put yourself on there, you suck it up, right? Except it wasn't related to anything we were talking about. He was trying to tell me about my own country. He was trying to tell me that all British police officers carry weapons and I'm stupid. So I just kind of, I guess, what would you say? It was like, you know, when we used to get people that slice meat on the meat counter. Do you remember when you get a big bit of ham like that, and you get it on the meat counter and you go, whoosh, 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 and slices of ham come off? That's how I see that with me and him. And I remember thinking the same thing when it was happening. Just take him apart, slice by slice, almost like it was his testicles that I just was a slice at a time, just slicing off. So I don't really know what was wrong with him or what is wrong with him. There was something about my voice. He used to have a British girlfriend that he loved. From what I got in the debate, she dumped him. And so something went a little bit wrong in his brain, I think. And what I feel sorry for him about is, I don't know why that clip went viral. I think it was pushed out by one of the big tweeters. But what I feel sorry for him now is he'll be regretful because he'll know that he looks like a tit. And the only thing you can really do when you know you look like a tit, or you know you've been a tit, like I have loads in my life, is just go, I was a bit of a knob there, wasn't I? But let me tell you the story and explain it. So if he came and did a little chitty chat, right, and said, listen, I think I was a bit of a twat when I was on with Katie. And the thing was, she reminded me of this woman. And that woman hurt me so bad, I just lost it and I started to lose my mind. And the more I started to lose it, the more of a twat I made myself. So I'm sorry for being a dick. That would be epic, because that's just real honest, isn't it? That's what I would have to do. Like, I made a tit of myself, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That happens a lot. So that's the gossip about him. Right, what should we talk about next? Marks and Spencer's. That fucking advert. Can I just say, I'm not sure what she's called. Hannah What's It. Someone will help me. So Hannah, is it Waddington? She's got epic arms. She's got really, really great. Her top line is so lovely. It's like great. And her tits are awesome. And she has this way of wardrobing. So they literally make a plaster Paris. What's that stuff called? What's the modelling thing? They literally make a model of her body out of plaster of Paris. Was that what it was called? The stuff that you get when you break a leg, right? So they make a cast of her body, right? They cut it off and then they create, her dresses are made from the cast. So if you imagine, because like we all have these bits, right, don't we? If you imagine someone making you a dress by basically making you a broken leg, so like this, and then they cut it off her, and that's the outfit. So that's the reason. I mean, she's epically tall and big, but that's why she can look so as if she's been poured into her outfits, right? Because she has literally been moulded into her outfits, number one. Number two, why? I don't give a single shiny shit about Marks and Spencer's. I don't give a single shiny shit about big shops. I only care about little shops run by one woman or one guy or a gay couple or a straight couple or people who are trying their best to make some money. I only care about butchers who don't package anything and sell it straight from the farm, right? So I couldn't give a single shiny shit about Marks and Spencer's. I certainly couldn't give a single shiny shit, really, about adverts, because TV's a load of shite, mainstream's a load of shite, and people that see an advert and think, oh, I'll get that. I mean, Christ. Find a small shop and support a small business owner. But anyway, the advert. Why? I could write, couldn't you? You could write a Marks and Spencer's advert. Traditional, lovely, bastion of the high street, big pants, big bras, comfortable. What was it they used to have? Dine for, what was it, 2 for 10? Dine for 10? Dinner for 2 for 10, whatever it was. People liked to buy that shit, didn't they? Because you got like a main, you got a side, and you got a pudding and maybe a bottle of wine, and it felt like a treat, not for a tenner. Was that all for a tenner back in the day? Oh my God, you can't get a toffee for a tenner now, can you? Cheers. It's so friggin' obvious. You want to do a Marks and Spencer's advert? Piece of piss. I could write that in 5 seconds. Get some traditional people, get a lady going in and getting a meal for whatever that thing is now, dine in for a tenner. It's probably 20 quid now, right? Go and get a cute lady buying a dine in for a tenner Christmas thing, or dine for 20, going home with her partner and them's going, oh, this is nice, isn't it? In their gym jams on the sofa. This is nice. This is cozy. Get a woman who's got massive tits and goes, oh, Marks and Spencer's bras. Come on. Get someone in massive pants, like massive pants, just going, can't beat a bit of comfy. Like comfy, and then also Christmas sparkly lights, a star here and there. So maybe go to church in your big pants and your big bra, and do traditional. Do it brilliant. Do Bastion of the High Street. Do the stuff you're good at. Stop being massive cocks. That's the brief. Don't be a cock. It's so easy. Do us with our higgledy-biggledy lives and our bit of mould in the shower that we really ought to sort out, but oh, fuck it. You know, the dust on that, God, don't look. Open the cupboard and shove it all in and then slam the door. Do ordinary. Show us wanting everyone to have a lovely time at Christmas and being thrilled when something cute goes well for us. Picking up coats off the floor and hanging them up. Like, it's so easy. But because you want to pander to the twats, you've created a twat ad. That's what you've done. And you were sold the twat ad by a twat from marketing. And it's the worst thing that you can do is listen to the twats who are selling you a twat ad. Don't. Listen to the people that come to my gigs. They can write that ad for you in 2 seconds. It's so frustrating, isn't it? We know what we want. We just want someone who we can like, oh yeah, they're like me, I get it. You know, I disagree with them on this, I don't agree on that, but they're like me, it's all right. We can get along, be fine. You know, do that. So, twat ad, Marks and Spencer's. Okay. What else did we want to address? Would we like to go into the slight situation? I'll just say my piece. This is why I don't watch TV, yeah. The advert has been pulled. No, it hasn't. Has it? Has it? Wait, has it? Can someone find out, has it been pulled? Or was it just the advert where they appeared to be burning the Palestinian flag? Don't you love that? I love it. When you try and placate the cocks, they will find offence somewhere else. Which is why I tell people, never apologise, never explain, because if you apologise, they'll say, we want an apology. Katie Hopkins said this, we want an apology. You apologise and it'll be, she only apologised because we asked her an apology. Or the apology came too late. Or the apology wasn't sincere enough. They will always find the next offence thing, right? So same with this ad. They made it really woke. It's a twat ad. But of course, if you start playing to the twats will always find offence. It's their job. It's their full-time job. So what do they find? Red, white or silver and green thrown in the fire. Wait, Hannah Waddington, her, she, her, whatever, him, threw the flag in the fire. That is anti-Palestinian. That is an Islamophobic ad. That is anti-Muslim. Oh my God. Boycott Marks and Spencer's. Doesn't matter that it was made in August. Doesn't matter that it was pandering specifically to the Muslim massive. Oh no, now we're offended. Fuck them. Armistice Day, November the 11th and 12th. I'll just say this. When am I coming to your house? I don't know. Oh, I've got a funny thing to tell you. Hold on, I've got to write it down because you know what I'm like with my memory. I like to blame it on my brain surgery. I actually think I'm just a really lazy cow and can't be bothered to remember things. You know when people tell you their name, tell you their name, not your name. It's a dark day. Although that's happened to me. Oh my God. So, I'm getting distracted. But, so one of the things, this is going to set me off, so this might not be a good idea. So one of the things, I've not talked about, and maybe we should one of these times too, for other people who have epilepsy and seizures. So after a really, really, really big seizure, you know, maybe dislocating your, I don't know if you can see them on here. So I had my arms sewn back on now. Both of them work again. But so I used to dislocate my own arms with my seizures. And after a seizure, if you know, or you maybe have an epileptic child or something, after a very big seizure, you're not there anymore because you've basically damaged your brain and shaken it so much that so the person with you, if there's someone with you, doesn't really know if you're going to come back or not. Your eyes are open, but you're not there. And then eventually your, what I would consider your heart or your soul comes back into your body, and it populates your eyes and your face again, and you come back. But the thing about coming back from a seizure is that you don't know anything. So you can come back from a seizure. This might be helpful actually if you're caring for someone who has epilepsy. So let's say you're lying on the floor because you've got, and so often, you know, you've bitten, you can bite your tongue off, or your arms are dislocated, and you come back behind your eyes, and let's just say there's an ambulance crew looking over you, and this can be 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. And they can ask, so ambulance crews are trained obviously to ask you, so, you know, so what's your name? What's your name? And the weird thing is, as you come back behind your eyes, you see these faces and you think, okay, there's people. That's the first thing you think. And you can hear them talking to you, and they're asking, you can see their faces asking you things because they do the face. It's like, so what's your, and you can hear the question, what's your name? And I tell you, and it still really affects me, this is going to happen every week if I start doing this, isn't it? Is that you don't know, oh, okay, hold on. Is that you don't know the answer. They say, what's your name? And you don't know the answer. And that's really quite a strange thing. Sorry, that really got me. I don't know why. I don't know how I've let myself go to that because we were trying to talk about other things. But so I would just say to anybody, if you have maybe a child with epilepsy, I so feel you, or you may be caring for someone else, always know, but maybe if someone's on the floor ever and you're helping them, they might not know the answer to what their own name is. And if you're going to go for the next thing is, can you tell me what year it is? You haven't got a fucking prayer. And I do remember saying that to an ambulance guy once. You know, I'm so grateful to all of them, and many of them will know me because it was a lot of visits over the years with my arms out and things. But they would say, what's your name? And I would think, fuck, what's my name? I don't know the answer. And I would get upset because you feel so stupid. You want to go, I've got this many A-levels. I've got a degree. I know I'm intelligent, but I don't know my own name. And then they would say, what year is it? And I remember one time going, you haven't got a fucking hope, mate. Because there's always the funny, isn't there? Like, it's the most obvious thing what year it is. But if you're epileptic, or maybe you've had some other things, or maybe a tumour, you'll know that you don't know the answer. And the worst thing is you want to tell those people, I'm not stupid. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We just went down a thing. Like I say, you get what you get when you join the Katie's Arms, and it's a place where I can say things I've never, ever said before. And when people say that by saying things out loud, it is at another level, it's very true. This is why I think this place is sort of therapy for me as well, isn't it? Someone was asking about, when can I come to your house? Okay, funny story. So someone lovely and dear to us had a birthday party, and she wanted me to go there to the birthday party because all her friends kind of were, well, I mean, some of them probably hate my guts, but that's fine. But lots of her friends, you know, thought it'd be fun. And so I went and did a little bit of stand-up at her birthday party. But I did like my favourite thing, the first hour was just mingling with all her friends, just like another friend in the room. But we did selfies and we had a laugh. And then I did some stand-up, and then we did more, and I basically joined the party. And then we wanted to make that available for more people. So lovely Mark did this thing online on the Katie's Arms, there's a website, book Katie. And what he meant was, for other people that might want me at their birthday or their, I don't know, what event, whatever, would make people feel better. And so he did book Katie, and it was all very sensible. So he sent it to me to check the wording or see if I wanted to add anything, right? I just have a little drink just to recover myself. Maybe I should drink some more. Anyway, and so I changed it. I changed it to rent my wife. So now, on the Katie's Arms, there's a thing, I believe, I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, I can't look at my phone because it's here. It's like when I'm looking for my glasses and they're on my face. Or I'm looking for my phone and it's right here, right? So now there's a thing on Katie's Arms called Rent My Wife. And I said to lovely Mark, I was like, but just so we know, like, if a guy, like, tries to actually rent me and take me for dinner, in the manner of an escort, that's not a thing. I'm not doing that. And he was like, well, maybe if they were going to take you somewhere interesting. I was like, no! Jesus Christ, lovely Mark, he's all about the bottom line, I tell you. Okay, sorry, what did we want to talk about before I had a bit of a sad one? So do look at it if you want to. Lovely Mark then changed it to Rent My Wife. So now I'm up for rent on my own website. I never thought that would happen. Yes, pimping. I've been out. Wouldn't that be so fun? He'd take you to McDonald's. Wouldn't that be the cutest thing though if it was one of our good people? Or, one of our vets or something, and we went to McDonald's together. This is it. If TV was what TV should be, that would be it, wouldn't it? It'd be date nights with Katie, and we'd just go out and do fun shit together and have a laugh at me. Okay, can we rent Mark? Right, thank you. That is precisely what I said to him as well. Do you know what happened at Swindon? Well, many things happened at Swindon. Hilarious. Lovely Mark, so next event, if you're coming with me to Babbacombe tomorrow, you have got to ask Mark for a selfie. At Swindon, he did like 4 or 5 selfies, and he's shy and he's quiet, and he told me quietly at the hotel, he went, do you know what happened tonight? Bear in mind, I did a full show, 700 people, protesters outside, half of Swindon's police force on duty. Lovely Mark was like, I had to do a selfie. And I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no. He said, I had to do 4 with ladies. So listen, if you're coming to Babbacombe tomorrow night, it's sold out ages ago, but you have got to ask Mark for a lovely selfie. And then when you're doing the selfie, like, do something a bit embarrassing. Ask if you can touch his Donkey Kong. Oh, okay. Yes, Remembrance Sunday. Forgive me for not having my poppy on. Here's my view, unfiltered. There is no way on God's green earth that 1 million Muslims should be allowed to march in the capital city of Great Britain on Remembrance Sunday. I don't care if people have a right to protest. I don't care if you're deeply affected by photos of this bombing or that bombing. I'm deeply affected by what happened, the slaughter of October 7th. I don't care what religion you are or you aren't. You do not get to protest, march or walk in the capital city of Great Britain on Remembrance Sunday unless you are there to pay respects. Respects to the people who love this country, respect to the people who fought for this country, and respect to the people who understand that this is a Christian country and great British people will pay respect to those who went before them and sacrificed all so that they might have the opportunity for freedom in their lives. I don't care where you think you're coming in from on buses, and I don't care what you think about your religion. This is not a day for your religion or mine or anyone else's. This is a day for the men and women and children who were caught up in an almighty war, gave their all in another war to defend this great country and made it what it was. And one day we will rebuild it. But that million Muslim march needs to be stopped. That million Muslim march must be on a different weekend. And I absolutely support and offer every ounce of my soul to every single British person who understands why this is deeply wrong. And frankly, if you don't think this is deeply wrong, I personally do not consider you to be British. I don't care what you think you are. I don't care who you think you are. And I don't care one single shit if you disagree with me. Great British people from wherever you have come from, our beautiful Indian diaspora. Whoever you are, your colour, your religion, your creed, I don't care. Being British is not about that. Being British is respecting the lives and the loss of those who went before us. And it is an overwhelming tragedy that we have reached such a place as this, where this abhorrence will happen on a weekend that should be all about paying respects to what it means to be British. And that's what I've been fighting for 15 years or so. It's why I had to be eviscerated from the face of the planet. It's why I signed up and passed through the academy and promised to fight for my country for 35 years till I was too epileptic for the army. And it's what Tommy was about as well. And to any of the smaller men sat behind TV screens agitating, I say to you, stop agitating on Twitter, stop gobbing off on GB News, stop telling people why everybody has a right to peaceful protest, and go and stand in front of the cenotaph. Stop gobbing off, but you stand with ordinary British people who are sick of what's happened to this brilliant country. They're sick of feeling like second-class citizens in their own home, and who are sick of feeling pushed out. And I'm here to remind everyone, just before I go, it's been kind of an emotional Katie's Arms, but I'm here to remind you that although you can't always see us or feel us, this is what I tell everybody at my shows, and the reason actually for my shows and the reason for my stand-up, is that it's so important to me to bring you all together, to find and make and fight for rooms where we can be together. And I will continue to take the swords and the arrows for that, so that you can walk into spaces like Swindon and be amazed at how many you are. So know that whatever disgusting march happens on our Remembrance Weekend, please know any of my events you'll be reminded, and here at the Katie's Arms also, know from me firsthand that we are many. You are not alone. We are many, and we are stronger together. And as long as you've got me, my darlings, this fight is still on, and we'll bring you more exciting news about plans that are afoot for 2024 involving some of the real warriors from our side. But I'm not allowed to say a single word more about that right now. But know there is hope, and know that there are plans afoot. Okay, it's been a lot, hasn't it, my loves? Shall we have a cheers to that? Thank you for letting me offload some things that I've never said out loud before. So funny. I promise to go soon. Do go if you need to go. Like, I know you can. I just mean, don't feel like you have to stay when I promise to finish on time, and I never do. Being in the media for so long, when I say in the media, you know, having my voice brought to you through the media, there's so much more of me that I kept private than was ever shown. And I'm really happy about that. And I'm really happy that I'm getting to share a little bit of that now with you here. But for 15 years, 20 years, maybe in the public eye, I never ever gave away any of my personal things. And now I get to share them quietly with you guys. And I think that's been very good. And it's probably very helpful for me as well to start to share some of those things in the hope that some of my things that I've never shared are also helpful to other people who have, you know, similar things to me, because everybody has something and everybody has some difficulty and everybody has to freaking man up every day just to make it out the front door. And I so respect all of you. So this fight goes on. Do not be downhearted because ours truly is the side to be on. This is a glorious side. I will see you on the road in Babbacombe tomorrow night, and we are going to have a show to end all shows, the final show of the Infectious Tour. And lovely Mark, apart from pimping me out like some cheap hooker with terribly long, I mean, I couldn't ever be an escort because seriously, this is not a good area. I mean, I think honestly, if I showed it to someone, they'd probably vomit or run away or just be afraid, just even of the draft. I mean, it's like a drooping garage door, a double garage that's come off its hinges. You know, it's not good. It's not good. But Silly Cow Tour is building and it's going to be bigger than ever. April through, well, it's extending all the time. April through June, July, who cares? I'm just going to be on the road with all of you. So do go to the website and have a look. But whatever, just have a great weekend. And remember, we are in this fight for freedom. Free to be whatever you want to be, and free to be just about as happy as you can be. And the really important thing this weekend, please remember this, is that you owe yourself the freedom as well to be free from worry. So anytime you find yourself worrying, maybe at 2 or 3 in the morning, or where you feel a pain, you're like, that's it, I've definitely got pancreatic cancer. Just remember, you owe yourself freedom from worry. And I will catch up with you very soon, somewhere, no doubt. But for now, from me, thank you very much for joining us here at the Katie's Arms. Cheers from me. Thank you for being part of this fine journey that we're all on. And I'll see you same time next week, or I'll see you on the road. Okay.